In this video, you'll learn how to use Tux Equipment's TELC linear chiller machine. This video is intended to be an overview of the machine to help you understand the setup and operation. For more comprehensive instructions, refer to the operational manual. The Tux TELC linear chiller is a system for rapidly chilling hot clipped casings, heat-sealed pouches, and/or membrane-sealed tubs, bowls, or trays to under 40 degrees Fahrenheit in less than 90 minutes, depending on viscosity and fat content. The process water is maintained at 33 degrees Fahrenheit by submerged evaporator coils directly connected to remote refrigeration. A blower-powered air agitation system assures uniform water temperature throughout and provides gentle agitation of the product. The product is moved through and out of the tank on demand by a cleated conveyor. Linear chillers come in 1, 2, or 3 chill-independent lanes, depending on the needs of the facility. Before we get started, let's familiarize ourselves with the controls of the linear chiller. Cold-flowing water can slow bacteria from developing. Therefore, the chiller must run at all times with the water circulation pump on and the refrigeration enabled. The water temperature is set at initial setup and kept the same, so there is no need to adjust it. On the side of the chiller is the control panel that includes the HMI, or Human Machine Interface, and 2 manual buttons, the E-Stop button and a Reset button. The E-Stop push button is used for emergencies. When pressed, it de-energizes the conveyors. The Reset button resets the safety circuit and is used as a secondary safety after E-Stop is released. An external lift conveyor lifts product into the chiller from the bagger's conveyor. If your chiller has multiple lanes, a transfer and cross-feed conveyor system will direct the product to the appropriate lane. An internal conveyor pulls the product to the rear of the chiller to the exit conveyor that unloads the product from the chiller. The machine is controlled by the touch screen of the HMI. Navigate between the screens by touching the menu button and selecting from the list. Let's take a closer look at the menu controls on the touch screen, where you can change the status of the blowers, tank conveyor setup, temperature, and other control options. The tank dashboard screen provides a status overview of the tank and the ability to conveniently control most of the frequently used options. The external conveyors are shown, and the status of the blowers, pumps, and tank conveyors are displayed, as well as the mode each lane is in, whether loading, chilling, unloading, or off. The temperature and ozone levels are also displayed. The Load buttons select the lane to load and will toggle between 2 states, load and chill. The Unload buttons toggle between 2 states, unload and off. The in-feed and exit conveyor are started and stopped with the Press to Start button next to the conveyor while in auto. If in manual, they are controlled from the conveyor setup screen, and an In-Feeds in Manual message will be displayed in place of the Press to Start button. If the E-Stop button is pressed, the E-Stop pressed indicator will appear. Reset the E-Stop to run the conveyors. The refrigeration coil status is displayed by indicator lights. They are green when on, cooling, and gray when off. They are red if ice is detected. The circulation pump is controlled by the Start-Stop buttons on the screen. If the filter is dirty, a Clean Pump Filter message appears. The Pump Start-Stop buttons control the circulation pump. When running, the pump indicator changes to Pump On, green. The blower Auto Manual status indicator will read M when in manual or A when in auto to indicate the blower mode. The blower indicator indicates if the blower is running or not. When in a timed mode, the elapsed time is displayed. The elapsed time will count down to indicate the time remaining until the blower either turns on or off. If on, it counts down to the off state, and if off, counts down to the blower restarting. Now, let's navigate to the blower setup screen to set up the time parameters for the blower. The blower has two modes of operation: timed mode and continuous mode. The continuous mode allows the blowers to run continuously when a value of 0 is entered for the off time. It will shut off if a value of 0 is entered for the on time. When the lane mode is off and the refrigeration is on, the blower will run continuously. The blower's timed mode allows the blower to cycle on and off for intermittent operation. The blower on interval is how long the blower runs when it comes on. For example, if the on time is set to 30 seconds, the blower would run 30 seconds and then shut off for the off time, or 90 seconds. The blower off interval is how long the blower will be off before it restarts. A different on-off interval may be defined for the load mode, chill mode, and unload mode. In addition, each lane may be defined separately. When in manual mode, the blower can be started and stopped at will. In manual, the blower times will not be displayed, and the start-stop buttons will be displayed. In auto, it will run per the set timer values. The start-stop buttons will not be displayed, and the green blower on-off times apply only in auto will not be displayed. Note, if the blower is off continuously while the refrigeration coil is on, the coil may ice up. Now let's navigate to the temperature setup screen to display the controls for temperature. Temperature control is accomplished by cycling the refrigeration valves on and off. Temperature control set point is set by pressing the lane set point displays. A password is required to change any values on this screen. When the security keypad pops up, enter your password. After the password is entered, you may change the value. Offset is the only temperature adjustment. The correct value of the temperature sensor can be changed to correct the reading of the temperature sensor if it has a reading error. The correction can be a positive or negative number. The deadband prevents rapid chatter of the refrigeration valves. It is subtracted from the set point to create a shutoff valve. For example, if the tank set point equals 36 degrees Fahrenheit, the tank deadband equals 2 degrees Fahrenheit. This means that refrigeration will turn on above 36 degrees Fahrenheit and off below 34 degrees Fahrenheit, 36 minus 2. Entering a set point deadband combination that gives a shutoff below freezing will automatically calculate a new set point. For example, if the set point is equal to 33 degrees Fahrenheit and the deadband is 4 degrees, the shutoff will be 29 degrees Fahrenheit, which is below freezing. The deadband will be added to a fixed value above freezing and change the set point. From the menu, select the data log screen. On this screen, the temperatures are displayed on a chart and recorded to a memory card. The data can be copied from the memory card and opened in Excel to view and make charts and tables. Now let's look at how to operate the conveyors. From the menu, select the Tank Conveyor Setup button. The conveyor has 3 modes of operation: load, unload, and chill always off. In the chill always off mode, the conveyors will not run. Each conveyor can be set up independently. Speed and on-off times can be set for load and unload modes. Each mode allows for independent setting of the conveyor and blower on-off times. In timed mode, the conveyors can be set to operate intermittently. This feature can be used to move product more slowly towards the exit. Caution: ensure that the conveyors are clear before starting. The seconds elapsed display is only active in the timed mode. The timing parameters are set on the tank conveyor setup screen. Each conveyor lane has independent load and unload setup parameters. When you press the load or unload button, the conveyor runs as set up. Speed, on time, and off time can be independently set for each mode. The chill mode is always off with no conveyor operation. After loading, the operator presses the load button again to put that lane into chill mode. If the unload push button is pressed, the lane is put into unload mode. If the unload button is pressed again, the lane is put into off. The conveyor off time defines how long the conveyors are off in the timed mode. The conveyor on time defines how long the conveyors run. For example, if the on period is 10 seconds and the off time is 60 seconds, the conveyor will run 10 seconds and shut off for 60 seconds. Setting the on time to 0 turns the conveyor off. Setting the off time to 0 allows the conveyor to run continuously. The conveyor speed is how fast the conveyor will run. It may be set between 1 and 100%. Now let's take a look at the setup screen for the external conveyors by touching the menu and selecting the infeed conveyors. The infeed and exit conveyors are controlled from this screen. The manual auto button is toggled between each state by pressing it. With manual toggled on, you're able to adjust the speed of the conveyors. The infeed conveyors consist of the crossfeed, transfer, and lift conveyors. The exit conveyor must run for the tank conveyors to run in unload mode. Pressing the start button will start each conveyor individually. When setting the conveyor's speeds, it's best to set each conveyor that takes from the preceding conveyor slightly faster. For example, if the lift conveyor is at 50%, then the next conveyor should be set for 52%, and the following conveyor for 54%. This assists in the transfer from one conveyor to the next. The speed difference is contingent upon how the pouches respond. As an option, some tanks have additional conveyor push buttons to control the loading or unloading. For cleaning and maintenance of the machine, please refer to the operational manual. For more information, refer to the operational manuals or contact TUC's customer service.